Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are here at Santa Clarita Harley-Davidson, the grand opening of their new store.
What an awesome event it is, and I know that you may not have had a chance to make it, but if you did, you're gonna realize this place is packed and awesome. Check out and continue to follow to see more. Alrighty, you're gonna see lots of celebrities and lots of action today. I think even behind us we may see Robert Patrick. Is that Emilio Rivera?
Yes.
So many people. Everybody's so friendly. It's been a great time to meet lots of people. You're gonna continue to see lots of interviews.
Yes, we're gonna stop, try to get some time with everyone that's here.
Yep, we're gonna bounce around to see all the different vendors, food, and I think I see the Highway Patrol over there. I might want to skip that booth.
Why? Let's go say hi.
All right, Jess, we made it inside of the new Santa Clarita Harley-Davidson.
It's beautiful. Let's check it out.
It is amazing. I can't believe how tall it is. It just makes it feel even more.
It makes me feel smaller.
And that's saying a little. I see what I did there?
Yes. Let's
right.
go check it out.
Let's check it out. Come on. Ty from Advanblack with Jessica and Oliver. And Oliver is going to share a little bit about who he is, why he loves Harley, what makes him get up in the morning. Oliver, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I've had a romance with Harley-Davidson for most of my life. And I used to ride those other stuff, Hondas. I even started out on a Vespa and a Lambretta. And then I rode a 1972 Super Glide. And I fell in love with it. I bought it and I got hooked. And then in 1976, there was an opportunity to become a dealer out here in California, so I signed up for it, and that was back in 76. It was 48 and a half years ago, and as you know, we used to do an event called the Love Ride, and I met Robert Patrick through the Love Ride and found out we shared some of the same interests and dreams. And one of his dreams, not unlike me, was to become a Harley dealer. So there was a dealership here in Santa Clarita for sale, 2018. We bought it, and we were at a different location, and we decided to move out here. So this is our grand opening for the new remodeled location.
So you and Robert Patrick, what do you guys do outside of Harley? Do you guys hang out? Do you ride?
Well, as you know, Robert Patrick's a very successful actor. We ride together. We've ridden to the wall, run to the wall together several times, and other than that, we're buddies, you know, so it all works out.
So what would you say was the best decision in all of your owning of Harley-Davidson?
Becoming a Harley-Davidson dealer, because before that I was an engineer, you know, sitting behind a draft table, and that wasn't a whole lot of fun. So now I'm enjoying the business, I'm enjoying all the rides, the camaraderies, all the bikers. I love the whole scene.
So
It's a beautiful store.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we're looking forward to being here for a while, so hope it all works out.
What would you like for those that are going to be watching this on our YouTube channel? What would you like for them to know about you, the store, Robert Patrick?
Well, you know, nowadays some people in business are in business for business. We're in business because we're super enthusiasts and we have a passion for this product. That's probably
Community.
said it best. We love the motorcycling community. We love the product. We love the name, and everything goes with it. So you can say that we have a lot of passion about what we're doing here, and it's not just business.
And we want to say thank you for inviting Advanblack to be a vendor here in your awesome event.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, and have a great day, Oliver.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your time.
Take care now.
What's that line for? Let's go find out.
All right. I think it is Robert Patrick. That's him.
T1000?
T1000. That's him.
So this whole entire line is to meet him.
Yes. I think that's super cool.
It is.
And what I love is if you look at the people in the line, it's not like starstruck. Like, they're thankful because they're Harley riders, they're enthusiasts. They are like understanding that his world is coming together with the Harley community. And that's what, he's not here to like sign and just.
That's the Sons of Anarchy actor, Emilio.
That is.
It is. Did you see him?
There he is.
I think he's making faces at us.
As you can see, Robert Patrick is really excited about today. All right, Ty with Advanblack and Jess from Advanblack, and we are here with Emilio, also known as Marcus. So, Emilio, tell us a little bit of why you love Harley, what you ride, what got you into riding.
You know, I've been riding since I was like 12. We started with mini bikes, then we started with the Enduros, jumping everything we could see, because even Knievel was real popular in my time.
Yeah.
So we would jump over everything back then. Then I got into the street bikes, and then I got a little bit too crazy with the street bikes. And then with the Harley, with the just, you know, low and slow and loud, you know, and it was just a lot more cooler. And so when Sons of Anarchy came along and said they wanted me to be on the show, it was good because I got to use my own bikes. It was kind of cool, man. So, and you know, riding is a lifelong thing. It really is, brother. It's just when you get a little tired, something's not going right, get on that bike and it goes away. At least for that little bit. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes all we need is that little bit.
It is. And I know you don't ride a stock bike, so tell us a little bit about aftermarket and why you choose the style you have.
You know, I have a lot of Hardys, you know, and they're all tricked out, you know. In fact, you know, the Mayans used about 5 of them too on the show, so it was great, you know. So when I was working, the bikes were working, which is always great. But you know, the thing is, you know, man, if you're gonna ride, and I'm a big loud pipe supporter, you gotta have the pipes because nowadays everybody's texting or medicated, whether they need it or not. So they're always like this, and they're loaded. And they don't hear us, man. They don't see us, that's for sure. So if you put the loud pipes, you need that split second, you know, so they can get out of your way, you can get out of their way, you dig? So, yeah, all my stuff is, you know, it's Harley-Davidson, but I got a lot of aftermarket parts. I don't want to promote anybody else, but it makes the bike look good. You know, because Harley makes certain things, but then some stuff's got to be custom to make it look that much, a little bit more sharper. You dig what I'm saying?
And that's what we do.
And that's what I love. So if you see all my bikes, they're all Harley-Davidson, you know, motors and frames, but they're tricked out with, all my bikes are tricked out.
Aftermarket
you know,
parts.
Aftermarket, yeah.
So did you ride your own bike on Sons of Anarchy and the Mayans?
And it's the same bike for Sons of Anarchy, the Mayans, and then Goko, the guy who played Goko, Rich, he rode my 05 Deluxe. That's all tricked out as well for the first season. Okay. And then when we needed background bikes, I always had they pick them up at the house and go right ahead, you know. So it was good times. You know?
So it was like you were at home.
Yeah.
All the time. It was always at home. Now they're all at home in the garage, and I ran out of room. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, you know what? It's real shiny and colorful in there. You know, it's beautiful and shiny.
Yeah. Really love your character. Really love your personality. I think you added so much to both of the series.
I had a time of my life. I really did. I really, one of the best gigs. I've not been around for a long time. Worked a lot. God bless, you know. But it was the best gig ever, man. It really was. I gotta be. Come on.
That's awesome.
Riding a Harley, getting
yeah.
right. I want to do that regardless anyway. You know what I'm talking about? So come on.
So doing it for a living.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
That sounds like such an amazing, fun job.
What a gig, right?
Yeah.
What a gig.
It is. I have an absolute blessing to be able to work for Advanblack
That's what I'm saying.
As the technician, right? I'm installing, I'm customizing people's bikes, and then I ride them out to them and deliver it to them, and to see the look on their face, it's priceless.
Wow, well then maybe you might have to do something to one of my bikes.
Come by and visit us. We're in Pomona. We're in Pomona,
great.
California.
You guys pick up the bikes and bring them back?
Oh yeah.
You guys do that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that might be something I want to do.
Yeah.
You guys know what to do.
We know.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Wonderful, man. Thank you so much for taking this time. We'll definitely connect and get together, and we'll get that bike looking hot.
So good to meet you.
Pleasure
Thank you so much. It is so crowded in here.
Bikes, bikes, more bikes, and obviously there's a ton of people here. It's a grand opening. That is the whole purpose for them having today's event, right? Get people in the door, and I think I've heard that bell ring 10 times maybe.
We have.
Yeah.
They're selling bikes
They are
one
selling,
after another.
They are. This is a great event. I see Robert Patrick running around. Like, I want to say like his hair's on fire, but it's not. It just looks like it.
Thanks for coming to my dealership.
Yeah!
Wonderful to have you here at Harley-Davidson, Santa
Thank
Clarita.
you.
Harley-Davidson in Santa Clarita. Hoo-yah!
They're even doing tattoos, Jessica.
Advanblack?
Want to get our Advanblack tattoo?
No.
Hey, it's Ty with Advanblack here with the 2-Lane Life guys. These guys are some of my heroes, and that's saying a lot. So go ahead, introduce yourselves, and tell us a little bit about how you got started and why you do what you do.
Well, I'm Lance Corey, and you know, we just love riding, and we always came home telling stories. And so our family said, hey, why are you not sharing this with the world? So, hey, we did that.
Yeah, I'm Galen Anderson. He's Lance Corey. That's the real story, all right? But yeah, a little bit finer point on that. We used to just ride on the weekend or an hour here and there, and then we said, hey, can we get out for a day? And then how about 2 days? And so all of a sudden we're doing 500-600 miles a day, and we're in all these little towns across the world. They're selling bikes here, which is great. And we brought the stories back, and his son is like, you got to start a YouTube channel. So that was 4.5 years ago. At the same time, we started a website and a store. Really want to be true to our creative content and not use some of that clickbait stuff that people tend to use. No disrespect to those people. We just want to stay true to our storytelling, and we think we're onto something here. It's pretty cool.
Hey, basically, if you don't go, you won't know, and that's our whole motto. We're shaking hands with America, and it's a wonderful life.
So now how do we get to ride along with you and be part of your story?
Geez, I don't know. We have a lot of people that want to ride with us, and we're trying to figure that out now.
Yeah, it's I mean, you can ride through our videos with this. We have some people say they do 10,000 miles with us every year. So, but we're trying to figure that. As a younger, smaller company, the liability that goes along with that, and then our filming, of course, we're not maybe where people should be hanging out with us that
we
close.
Run crazy.
But hey, check us out. We'll be at rallies. We're around town. Really, our Instagram is how you can find us, and that'll tell you where we're at during any given weekend. And people show up, and we hang out, and we talk, maybe have a beer, break a little bread.
I like it. So now, do you guys have anything planned for 2025 that's in the works that you haven't shared yet, that you want to let us know today?
Well, we're on the board right now. When I say the board, we have a whiteboard in the office, and we are planning our 25 right now. We have trips every month. It's going to be crazy. We're going to start out with a really great historic trip. You guys will see it soon.
We haven't done the pig trail, so we're going to try to get to Arkansas this year. We're also working on a project to ride to the wall. The military is very important to us, and so we think this could be another way for us to share about their cause, and we've got some really cool people working on that for us, so that's going to be another ride. And then Sturgis as always, and who knows?
Always.
We'll see from there.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing. Is there anything you want to share before we get off?
Get out and ride. That's what I want to share.
And Jaime Camille likes Advanblack, so we have to like it, right?
Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Have a great event.
The Santa Clarita.
Right, so it's the Love Ride Memorial Wall, right? I see there's a few different years. There's all kinds of memorabilia.
And it looks like Jay Leno was the Grand Marshal
The Grand Marshal.
in, what, 2019?
I think so. And I am here with our new tall friend, which has lots of flair. So I want to find out what your name is and what is this flair about?
My name is Baker, and when I was about 27 years old, I decided I wanted to brand myself, and I wasn't sure how I was going to do it because I was working with a lot of bands in the 80s. I was a professional roadie, and so I thought about it, and I was really influenced a lot by the punk movement, you know, the 70s and Sid Vicious, and Used to wear the rabbit padlock, symbol of kind of anarchy and rebellion. And so I just kind of adopted the safety pins. And for me, it's I always joke with women. I say I have a fear of commitment. That's why I don't sew my patches on, But it's just really nice to be able to get something new and be interchangeable,
So explain the safety pin thought for people that might not know her.
Well, the safety pin situation kind of was like the studs in England and United Kingdom. A lot of the kids that were sleeping on the streets were constantly getting hassled by the bobbies, which are the police there in the UK. And so the reason why they would wear their jackets is when the bobbies would go to grab them to remove them off the street, they would be like a porcupine. They'd get cut. The bobbies would get cut trying to grab the jackets. Because if you try to grab safety pins, you're going to get some scratches in your hand and so forth and so on. So, but I just really like the look. Instead of just putting 1 or 2 pins, I wanted to outline it. So I just started getting to the point where I outlined the patches.
All right. So, what's your favorite patch or most recent patch?
Most recent patch would be my big boy right there, Mr. Donald J. Trump.
All right. I see you have some other patches as well.
It's just my way of just expressing things that I'm into, obviously I like Sons of Anarchy. I just got the police patches from that, and in memory of Opie patch, just different things. I like to have things that represent different things. Like this is a SWAT patch from the current TV show, and I know a lot of different people that do production on shows, so I like to have things that are kind of current.
Yeah. And I think the thing that drew us to you is you're not a rebel. You're a big, giant teddy bear.
Well, now I am. Yeah, I'm pretty much a pastor now, Christian pastor.
Okay.
I have my own ministry on YouTube and TikTok. Holy Night Ministries. If anybody's interested, Night, like as in KNIGHT.
Okay.
And so my life's kind of changed a lot from my hell-raising days of the '80s. Kind of mellowed out and switch teams, I guess you would say. I'm playing for the other guy now.
There you go. You got a longer life ahead of you then.
I don't know. Might be coming to an end. Things are wrapping up here, but we'll see how it goes.
But you got the eternal life.
That is true. That's when life begins, actually. This is the test.
That's it. All right. Well, thank you so much. We're so glad that you took the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Here with Tom from Vance Hines, and Tom's going to tell us a little bit today about what he brought here to this event, but then just a little history if you don't know about Vance Hines.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks, Ty. Yeah, it's great to be here out at the grand opening for Harley-Davidson of Santa Clarita. So we're happy to be here. We're showing off some of the great products that we make for upgrading your Harley-Davidson. We've got a couple of different slip-on mufflers here for baggers. We've got our Torque 450s, great sounding muffler. But if you're looking to go even one step bigger in sound, we have our new Blackbird 450s. Both of these are 4.5-inch mufflers. You can get them in either chrome or black. It really transforms the way your M8 is going to sound. And then at the same time, we also have a couple of our air cleaners on display. We've got our Cage Fighter here on the left, which is stamped out of brushed stainless steel. Great value at $259 retail. And then we also have our VO2 America, which is really our most popular air intake right now. It's got a beautiful treatment of the American flag laser engraved onto that CNC machine billet aluminum cover. So it's a great addition to any Harley-Davidson. We make it for Sportsters, Dynas, Softails, and Baggers.
Awesome. So I'm going to put you on a hot seat, right?
All right.
So what kind of horsepower gains do I get with, let's just say, a slip-on?
Right.
And then go ahead and add an intake.
That's a great question. So, we make 3 types of products at Vance Hines. We do exhaust products, air intake products, and also electronic tuning products, like to remap your fuel injection. So really where you see the performance gain is when you do that complete stage 1 setup, where you do the air, fuel, and exhaust. Typically on a stock motor, you'll see about a 10% gain with those upgrades. Yeah, when you just do a slip-on, you get the great noise, a little bit more power, but it's not until you add the tuning with the high-flow intake that you really will see a big gain that you feel with the seat of your pants.
Okay, so does Vance Hines offer a complete package? So tuner, intake, and exhaust all in as one?
It's really a la carte, because we have so many different exhaust designs, so many different air intakes. You can pick and choose, and put together whatever package you want to have. But the great thing about our tuner, the Fuel Pack 4, is that we make a map for every single one of our products for every model year of bike that it fits. So no matter what you choose, you will wind up with a great tune for your setup.
Awesome. So for those of you that do know who I am, I love Vance Hines because Vance Hines, that's where the names came for our kids. But I'm also from Indiana, and that's where the race series, this is where your race team is.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about that side.
Yeah, so Vance Hines began as a racing team back in 1979. Even before that, Terry Vance, Byron Hines, they met here in Southern California. They were both drag racers. After they met, they became great friends. Byron's real, his skill was in building fast motors. Terry was a great rider, and together, they won more championships in the 70s and 80s than anybody ever had in pro stock drag racing before that. And really, in a way, they established pro stock motorcycle racing as a professional sport with the NHRA. So they've really done a lot to really promote racing, and it's still very much a part of our soul as a brand, right? Even today, we're still racing pro stock motorcycles in NHRA every year that the company's existed. So it's a great thing because I think racing is exciting, right? I mean that's what gets your blood flowing, and that gets all of us excited. It really it's the top of what you can do with a motorcycle, and it really helps us. What we learn in racing, that trickles down into the products that we make for street bikes, for sure.
Awesome. So now, is there anything coming out 2025 that we need to know about? Have you released, or should we be waiting?
Yeah, for sure. No, we've got a lot of stuff in development right now that's going to be really exciting. The Baggers went through a big change in 2024. We've got some new exhaust systems out for that now. We've got more planned for next year. We've got a whole line of intakes for the new 24 models as well, and we're working on tuning products as well for the brand new models.
All right, so for me, anything brushed, stainless, raw, do you guys have anything existing or coming out?
Yeah, so you may have seen earlier this year, we introduced our Super Sport 2-in-1, which is an all brushed stainless, beautiful 2-in-1 system, great performance. We just expanded it now to M8 Softails, and I think next year you'll start to see that land on more models coming soon. And I think we're gonna continue to build out our stainless line. We need to still get one out for the earlier twin cams as well, and that's something we have planned for next year.
That's what I've been waiting for, because I'm still running an 07 Road King.
Yeah.
Want the twin cam.
We are going to have it covered for you next year, for sure.
Awesome, thank you. Tom, is there anything else you want your viewers to know about Vance Hines, about yourself?
Yeah, no, Vance Hines, since we were founded here in California back in 1979, we make everything in-house at our own factory. We cut tube, bend it, weld it, polish it. We do it all in-house. It's something that we're really proud of, to be truly an American-made product, so that we know that we're delivering a great quality product to our customers. So appreciate, just stoked to be here at this great opening.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Tom.
Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Good event.
Many of you don't know me, but my name's Oliver. I'm the owner of Harley-Davidson of Glendale, and I've got a partner there, Daniel Vartanian, who was very much involved with this whole event and putting this show on for you. So anyhow, I started Harley-Davidson of Glendale back in 1976. Looking around here, some of you guys weren't even around then. Am I right? So anyhow, I was an engineer at Ford Motor Company in Detroit, Michigan, and I wasn't really enjoying my job. So I had a buddy of mine that was working there and ended up becoming a Harley dealer in Port Huron, Michigan. And he got me all jazzed and interested in becoming a Harley dealer. So I signed up for a transfer, and I ended up talking to the folks at Harley-Davidson. Well, they wouldn't give me an engineering job, but they said, well, we're looking for dealers. I said, well, I can be a dealer. And so they said, well, we have some location available here and there. This is back in 1975. This is back in the old AMF days. Some of the older guys can relate to that. So I went to Harley. They signed me up. They approved me. So they said, why don't you go up to California if that's where you want to go? I was attracted to California because I figured, well, you can ride year-round in California, right? This is November right now. Many parts of the country you can't ride anymore. But in California, look at that sunshine out there. So I came out here to California. I found this place in Glendale, California. And they told me, well, go ahead and sign a lease and send us the lease and we'll do the rest. So I got a lease down in Glendale on San Fernando Road, and I sent them the lease, and they said, okay, you're a dealer now. Just as easy as that. That's back in the old days. So I packed a wife and 3 kids, and one of my kids sitting right there, and we all came over here to Glendale, California with a shoestring budget, hardly any money at all. I mean, we had a house equity, that's all we had. And we came out here and we started Harley-Davidson of Glendale in 1976. And it was a struggle. It was back in the 70s. If you know the history, times were lean. And I remember this one day on a Friday when I realized, gee, I don't have enough money in the bank to make payroll. And mind you, I only had 3 employees back then. So I didn't know what to do, but then all of a sudden a truck pulled up and dropped off a lowrider. You guys heard of the Harley-Davidson lowrider? Well, that was the very first one back in 1971. They dropped one off, we set it up, and guess what? Somebody walked in the showroom with cash money in his pocket, says, I'm looking for a lowrider, you got one? I said, I do. So he paid me the money, I made payroll. How's that for survival? Yeah. After that, I became a dealer for many years and struggling, and then I decided to do a muscular dystrophy benefit event because Harley-Davidson Corporate became a corporate sponsor of the Muscular Dystrophy Association, and I thought I'd get out there and start raising some money. So in 1984, I did the first Love Ride. And some of you folks here that live in Santa Clarita area have probably heard of the Love Ride because we used to go not only terrorize their whole town by bringing 20,000 bikers out here, but we had a big party over at Castaic Lake. So at Castaic Lake, we would hold the Love Ride, and through the course of the 25, actually we did the Love Ride 33 times. It was an annual event, and during the 33 years, we raised a staggering $25 million for those less fortunate. And I say we because that includes all you folks that came out here and supported us to raise money. So during the course of the Love Ride, I came across this up-and-coming actor by the name of Robert Patrick. And we found out that we had a lot of the same interest. We loved Harleys, and we had a passion for Harley-Davidson. And we wanted to, I was a dealer already, and he wanted to be a dealer. So we realized there was a dealership for sale here in Santa Clarita. It's called the Old Road Harley-Davidson. We bought the dealership, and that was back in 2018. And here we are, 2024, and we decided to move into this location. And this has been a labor of love over here. It's taken us 2.5 years to build. I hope you approve of what we've done here. And thank you all again for coming. And a great friend of mine and a good riding partner, Robert Patrick. Robert, come on up.
Woo! Don't let that applause stop, goddammit.
Yeah!
Come on.
Woo!
Give it up for Oliver Shokouh.
Yeah!
He's my business partner. We bought this together. I still don't know how to spell his last name.
A lot of people don't either. That's okay.
I thought that would get a bigger laugh. Must be my voice. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor right now to introduce two people that are very big supporters of the Love Ride over the years. They've always been out here. They love riding. They represent riding. They have the passion. They were born with the passion. Both of them are members of the Sturgis Motorcycle Hall of Fame. One is an ugly, and the other one's beautiful. Clarita Davidson, she is the daughter of Willie G and Nancy Davidson. She's also been very, very important over the years with apparel. And then, of course, the ugly one, Bill Davidson. And they're both, Bill is very, very involved with the Harley-Davidson Museum in Milwaukee, which you should all go see. But they've been big supporters of the Love Ride Foundation since its inception. They've been out here many times with their mother, Nancy, God rest her soul, and their father, Willie G, and then, of course, their brother, Michael, he's painting somewhere or something. Yeah, he's painting. But he says congrats. But I'm going to give the microphone to Karen and Bill. And thank you so much for being here. It's a real honor for you to be out here. This is the Davidson family legacy right here. Karen?
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got the name. We're with the legends. Oliver and Robert, congratulations. This is like amazing. It's another step forward in the great history that has been created by Oliver. And we're just so happy to be here with all of you. We love being on the road and riding together with all of you. And it's really a sense of pride that we're here. This place is beautiful.
Yeah!
And so are those guys. This guy's ugly.
And she's beautiful.
Oh, well, I'll remind you said that.
So, look at this dealership. It's incredible. Absolutely beautiful. And, you know, we often talk about what makes Harley-Davidson what it is. And a lot of that has to do with the people that are involved. And we always talk about Harley-Davidson as a big family. And that this family of customers, dealers, and employees, we all bleed orange and black. And I want to extend a huge welcome, and I'm so proud of these guys. And I want to say thank you on behalf of the motor company to both Robert and Oliver over here for their passion, their dedication, their continued support of this awesome brand, Harley-Davidson. I want to thank you guys for being here, and I also want to say thanks for riding the best motorcycles in the world, Harley-Davidson!
Yeah!
Bill and Karen Davidson, everybody!
I've been thinking about the future.
All right, Jessica, it's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
They did a lot of special things. It was really good. Of course, we can't forget, because we got to include Gabino, food, right?
Yes, we had the best little sliders.
Yeah, under the bun, I think it was called, sliders.
And birria tacos.
Yes. I think you even got some fruit. Did Gabino get fruit?
Yes, we can't not have dessert.
Yes, what does he call it?
He's starting to hit the funnel cakes.
Uh-oh, we better go save him. All right, so thank you so much for following Advanblack on another one of our journeys. And that's something I love about our company, is that we are committed to the community.
And we have so much fun.
Yes, and I think that you continue to invite us to your opportunities. We'll be there, and we will represent. So thanks again for joining Advanblack YouTube. We'll see you next time.